How good is the Two-Notes Torpedo Live? It's so good, I've used it on the majority of my pedal demos over the last year and a half or however long I've had it. It's just upped my productivity, it brings down my overall noise, and everybody is happy. Not only that, it sounds extremely good. So for those who don't know, the Two-Notes Torpedo Live is a load box with some digital wizardry on the inside. So what you do, say you've got a Fender Hot Rod Deluxe and the speaker connects to the amp, you disconnect that speaker, you plug the Two-Notes Torpedo in, and that becomes the digital speaker, so to speak. It also becomes a room and a microphone. You can select what type of cabinet you want to use, you can select what type of microphone you want to use, mic placement, and these are referenced sound samples, so to speak, from those particular cabinets. They call them impulses. This allows you to record at any volume you like. You can record and listen to your analog amp going through the load box via headphones, or you can listen to it coming out of your studio monitors or whatever. These things are awesome. In my opinion, this was product of the year for me in 2016. It's just been one of the best things to up my productivity. I've also used it on albums where I produced music for other people. Instead of buying one of those massive isolation cabinets like a Randall or a Rivera, this will do exactly the same thing, except it's about this big. For those watching on YouTube, it's a rack unit size. It's nice and small, it's nice and light, and it sounds better. You might be thinking, yeah, but it's not analog. I've owned a Randall isolation cabinet. I modded it and got the most out of it, in my opinion, that I could. But A, they're still quite loud, even once you dampen a lot of the sound on the inside, and they just don't sound as good as the Two-Notes. If you've got a Fender or a Marshall or any sort of bog standard amp, you can get on the Two-Notes Torpedo interface and essentially download that particular speaker cabinet. There's extra microphones you can download and all of that kind of stuff as well. I'm actually going to shoot out a blind test between an amplifier and a microphone versus the amplifier and the Two-Notes with the microphone and impulse on that. So that should be interesting. These things are the perfect studio tool. You'll get consistent recordings every single time. You can save a patch and a room preset or however you want to run it and get that same sound every single time when you're recording, which makes it great for tracking guitar parts or bass parts over the course of a few days. If you're a YouTuber or you produce your own music or help record other people, definitely check these things out. They're well worth the money. These aren't cheap, and a few people have commented, oh, they're just a glorified load box. They're worth their price in what you get back in productivity. You can also take these things to a gig. So if you're playing live, you can go direct to the PA without having the actual speaker on your amp on. That's great if you're playing at a cafe or something where you don't want to just blast the people that are sitting down right in front of you. These are a great tool for that as well. If you have any comments or questions about the Two-Notes Torpedo Live, please let me know. If you own one, also let me know your thoughts on them. I'd be highly surprised if anyone who actually owns one of these things doesn't like it.